Well now, what a splendid idea to be thinking about a trip to Leeds. If you're searching for a city with a real heart, a place that buzzes with an energy all its own, then you've come to the right spot. Leeds isn't just a dot on the map in the north of England. It's a vibrant, thrumming hub of culture, history, and some of the friendliest folk you could ever hope to meet. There's a certain warmth here, a proper Yorkshire welcome that greets you the moment you step off the train. It's in the cheerful up love from a shopkeeper and the easygoing chatter you'll hear in its grand Victorian arcades. It's a city that's proud of its industrial past, but has its eyes fixed firmly on a bright, creative future. I've always found that the best cities are the ones that surprise you, the ones that reveal their secrets slowly. Leeds is just like that. At first glance, you see a modern, bustling metropolis, but peel back the layers and you'll find a treasure trove of stories. It's a city built on grit and grandeur, where magnificent old mills stand shoulder to shoulder with gleaming new architecture. You can feel the history in the very cobblestones beneath your feet. Yet there's a youthful spirit that makes it feel constantly new and exciting. One of the most remarkable things about Leeds is how wonderfully walkable it is. You can spend a day simply meandering through its streets, discovering hidden alleyways, independent bookshops, and quirky cafes tucked away from the main thoroughfares. It's a city that invites exploration. You don't need a rigid itinerary here. The best plan is often to have no plan at all. Let your curiosity guide you. Follow the sound of live music pouring from a pub, or wander into a market hall simply because the aroma of fresh baking is too good to resist. Leeds has a way of making you feel less like a tourist and more like a participant in its daily life, which is a rare and wonderful thing indeed. And let's not forget the people. The spirit of a place is always, without a doubt, found in its inhabitants, and the people of Leeds, or Loyners as they are known, are the city's greatest asset. There's a straightforwardness, a down-to-earth honesty, and a dry sense of humor that is quintessentially Yorkshire. They're proud of their city and eager to share it. Don't be shy about asking for directions or striking up a conversation. You'll likely end up with a fascinating story or a brilliant recommendation for the best pint in town. Now, where to begin with the sights? Leeds is blessed with an abundance of architectural marvels and glorious green spaces, offering a perfect balance for any traveler. A fantastic starting point is Kirkgate Market, one of the largest covered markets in all of Europe. It's not just a place to shop. It's a living, breathing piece of history. This is where the story of Marks and Spencer began, from a humble penny bazaar stall back in 1884. Walking through its grand halls, you're surrounded by a symphony of sights and sounds. The calls of the vendors, the vibrant colors of fresh produce, and the magnificent Edwardian architecture overhead. It's a true feast for the senses. For a dose of history and art, you simply must visit the Royal Armouries Museum. It's a spectacular place holding the United Kingdom's national collection of arms and armor. Now that might sound a bit serious, but it's presented with such flair and imagination that it captures everyone's attention. You'll see everything from the magnificent armor of King Henry VIII to incredible displays from across the globe, including Japan and India. They even have live-action jousting tournaments in the outdoor arena, which is a thrilling sight to behold. It's an astonishing collection that tells the universal story of human conflict and artistry through the ages, all housed in a stunningly modern building. But Leeds isn't all hustle and bustle. When you need a moment of tranquility, Roundhay Park is your answer. It's one of Europe's largest city parks. A vast expanse of rolling parkland, serene lakes and beautiful woodlands just a short bus ride from the city centre. You can spend an entire day here, strolling around the Waterloo Lake, exploring the formal canal gardens or visiting Tropical World, where you can walk amongst butterflies, meerkats and other exotic creatures. It's a true urban oasis, a place where the city breathes and where you can find a slice of countryside peace without ever leaving the city's orbit. And we can't talk about Leeds' grandeur without mentioning its famous shopping arcades. The Victoria Quarter is a masterpiece of Victorian design, with its intricate wrought iron, stunning marble, and the largest stained glass roof in Britain. It feels less like a shopping centre and more like a cathedral dedicated to commerce. Every great city seems to have a river at its heart, and for Leeds, that river is the Aire. The River Aire winds its way right through the city center, and its banks have been transformed into a fantastic place for a stroll. The area known as the Leeds waterfront is a perfect example of the city's regeneration. What were once derelict warehouses and industrial buildings from the wool and flax trades are now stylish apartments, trendy bars, and inviting restaurants with waterside terraces. It's a wonderful spot to watch the narrowboats drift by and see the city from a different perspective. Following the towpath offers a peaceful escape from the busy streets just a stone's throw away. One of the most charming spots along the river is Granary Wharf. Tucked away at the southern end of the city center, it sits at the confluence of the River Aire and the Leeds and Liverpool Canal. This historic waterway, completed in 1816, was once a vital artery for transporting goods during the Industrial Revolution. Today, it's a picturesque hub where you can see colorful barges moored up and enjoy a quiet drink while watching the world go by. The old lock gates and bridges are a constant reminder of the area's industrial heritage, creating a beautiful juxtaposition between the past and the present. It's a wonderfully atmospheric part of the city. While Leeds doesn't have any beaches or vast natural lakes right on its doorstep, it does have some lovely reservoirs and smaller bodies of water nearby that are well worth a visit. A short journey out of the city will take you to places like Ecup Reservoir, a site of special scientific interest and a haven for birdwatchers. The circular walk around the reservoir is wonderfully peaceful, offering beautiful views across the water and surrounding farmland. Further afield, but still easily accessible, is the stunning Otley-Cheven Forest Park. It overlooks the charming market town of Otley and offers some of the most spectacular panoramic views in the region. On a clear day, you can see for miles across the Wharf Valley. The park is crisscrossed with walking trails that take you through dense woodland and up to rocky outcrops. It's a place that feels wild and rugged, a real lungful of fresh air. This proximity to such dramatic landscapes is one of Leeds's best-kept secrets, offering the perfect blend of urban excitement and rural escape for any traveler exploring the area. The story of Leeds is a fascinating one, deeply woven with threads from across Europe. Its journey from a small manorial borough in the 13th century to the industrial powerhouse it became is, honestly, just remarkable. The city's real boom came during the Industrial Revolution, driven by the wool trade. Flemish weavers, fleeing persecution in the 16th and 17th centuries, settled in the region and brought with them invaluable skills in cloth making. Their expertise helped establish Leeds as a world center for textiles. You can see this legacy in the magnificent industrial architecture that still defines the city, like the stunning Temple Works, a former flax mill modeled on the Temple of Horus at Edfu in Egypt. This European connection is not just a relic of the past, it's a living part of the city's identity. Throughout the 19th and 20th centuries, Leeds welcomed waves of immigrants who helped shape its character. Large communities from Ireland, escaping the potato famine, and Eastern European Jews fleeing pogroms, made Leeds their home. They established vibrant communities, particularly in areas like the Leylands and Chapeltown, building synagogues, setting up businesses, and enriching the city's cultural fabric. This history of immigration has made Leeds a wonderfully diverse and tolerant place, a melting pot of cultures that continues to evolve and thrive to this day. The city's architecture tells this story loud and clear. Take a look at the Leeds Corn Exchange, a breathtaking Grade 1 listed building designed by Cuthbert Broderick, who was heavily influenced by his travels in Europe, particularly the Bourse du Commerce in Paris. Its spectacular domed roof is, wow, an engineering marvel. Then there's the Town Hall, another of Broderick's masterpieces which feels distinctly European with its grand Baroque style. These buildings were statements of civic pride, designed to rival the great municipal halls of continental Europe, showcasing Leeds's ambition and its place on the world stage during the Victorian era. This heritage is celebrated all over the city. You'll find it in the collections at the Leeds City Museum, which tells the story of the city and its people from all corners of the globe. You'll taste it in the variety of cuisines available in Kirkgate Market, from Polish delicatessens to Italian cafes. And you'll feel it during events like the West Indian Carnival, Europe's longest-running authentic Caribbean carnival. Leeds is a city that has always looked outwards, embracing new ideas and new people. Its European and global heritage is not just in its history books, it's in its soul, making it a truly international and welcoming city for all who visit. Oh, and the food! You can't possibly visit Yorkshire without indulging in its hearty and delicious cuisine, and Leeds is a fantastic place to do just that. The absolute king of Yorkshire dishes is, of course, the Sunday roast, complete with magnificent Yorkshire puddings. These aren't the tiny, flat things you might get elsewhere. A proper Yorkshire pudding is a light, airy, golden brown creation, big enough to hold a puddle of rich gravy. Many traditional pubs in and around Leeds, like Whitelock's Ale House, the city's oldest pub, serve a magnificent Sunday roast that will leave you feeling wonderfully satisfied and ready for a good long nap. Next on your culinary list must be something from the Rhubarb Triangle, a 9-square-mile area between Wakefield, Morley and Rothwell, just on the outskirts of Leeds. This region is famous for producing forced rhubarb, which is grown in sheds in the dark and harvested by candlelight. This unique method results in a stalk that is incredibly tender and sweet. In Leeds, you'll find it used in all sorts of delightful ways, from rhubarb crumble and gin to delicious jams and chutneys. Look out for it on dessert menus in local restaurants, or pick up a jar from a stall in Kirkgate Market to take a little taste of Yorkshire home with you. For a more casual bite, you must try a classic fish and chips. While traditionally a seaside treat, Leeds has some fantastic chippies that have perfected the art. The fish is fried in a light, crispy batter, and the chips are chunky, fluffy on the inside and perfectly golden. It's simple, unpretentious, and utterly delicious, especially when doused in salt and vinegar. Another local favorite is the pork pie. A good pork pie with its crisp hot water crust pastry and well-seasoned jellied pork filling is a thing of beauty. You can find excellent examples at one of the many traditional butchers in the city's markets. So, my final thought is this: go to Leeds. Go with an open mind and an empty stomach. Go to walk its historic streets, to marvel at its grand buildings, and to relax in its glorious parks. Go to discover its stories, to meet its people, and to feel the vibrant pulse of a city that has reinvented itself time and time again. It's a city that doesn't just show you its history, it invites you to become a small part of its ongoing story. It's a proper, brilliant, surprising city. And I have a feeling you'll be very glad you went. It's a journey that is sure to be full of wonderful discoveries.